I'm a 33-year-old man, and I've been dating my 31-year-old girlfriend for over 3 years. Our relationship has had its ups and downs, but overall, we've been in a really good place. We've both worked hard to make it work, and honestly, things have been better than ever until recently. A few weeks ago, I noticed she messaged her ex on Facebook. I admit, I invaded her privacy, but something didn't feel right. She congratulated him on his engagement. I was upset because early in our relationship, the same ex tried to contact her, and I asked her to block him. She told me she did, but apparently she unblocked him recently just to send this message. He doesn't live nearby anymore, but I know she still keeps in touch with some of his friends. It feels like he's always been a threat in the background, and I can't shake that feeling. His response was a long message asking how she was doing. At first, I decided to let it go. She was just wishing him well, and I couldn't be mad about that. But it still felt like a breach of trust because she unblocked him without telling me, and it felt like a step backward for us. I thought that was it, but I snooped again just in case. Yesterday, I saw that she responded to him again with a simple, "I'm fine," after he asked how she was doing. She didn't mention me or our relationship. Then he asked if he could call her, because he wanted to hear her voice. Now I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. She hasn't responded yet, but I feel like it's only a matter of time. I've had this gut feeling lately that something's off. She's been a bit distant, and my instincts are screaming at me. Maybe I'm paranoid, but I feel like I can't ignore it. The problem is, I don't know what to do. If I confront her, it could turn into a huge fight and strain our relationship even more. I want this to work so badly. Things were going so well, but I'm terrified she's slipping back into old habits. I don't know whether I should just watch and see how it plays out, confront her, or even walk away before I get hurt again. I'm really torn and could use some advice. Should I confront her, or am I overreacting? Update. A few weeks have passed since I started watching her messages, and I can't stop thinking about what I found. She's having a full-blown emotional affair with her ex. They've been talking every day since he broke up with his girlfriend. It's gone way beyond just catching up. They're reminiscing, sharing personal stuff, and she's acting like he understands her better than I do. It feels like I'm not even part of her life anymore. I feel betrayed, angry, and sad. We've worked so hard to build this relationship, and now I don't even know who she is. She was supposed to have blocked him, but here she is, making plans to meet up with him. There's no date set yet, but it's going to happen. I'm not going to stop it. I'll be here in our apartment when she meets him and cheats on me. I want to confront her, but at the same time, I just want to leave without giving her the satisfaction of a fight. I feel stuck. I want to fix things, but I also want her out of my life. It feels like I'm stuck in this cycle of hope and hurt, and it's exhausting. How could she do this after everything we've been through? Why now, when we were supposed to be in a good place? Final update. It all came to a head last week. She told me she was going out with friends, but I knew she was meeting her ex. They were going to hang out at a club and had a room booked at a nice hotel. She came home after midnight, acting like she hadn't just slept with her ex. I had already packed all my stuff and put it in the trunk of my car, but she didn't even notice. The next morning, I told her I was done. She was groggy at first and didn't understand what I was saying, but when it sank in, she freaked out, crying and begging me to stay, saying she wouldn't have done it if she knew I'd find out. The truth is, she was only sorry because she got caught. She tried to grab my arm, but fell out of bed. Then she sat on the floor, repeating over and over that she loved me and made a mistake. I told her she could love me all she wanted, but that wouldn't change the fact that she cheated with another guy. Now, I'm staying at my friend's place. I'm breaking the lease on my old apartment next week, and I've already told the landlord. She's still sending texts and voicemails almost every hour. She even had one of her friends call me, saying she's a mess and I shouldn't throw everything away. But I'm keeping quiet and just trying to move on with my life. Story 2, amicable divorce after 23 years. I've been following this forum for a while, but I've only now gathered the courage to post. My wife, 44, and I, 45, have been married for 23 years, together for 24 with 2 adult children, 23 and 22. One still lives with us. We are nearly done with our divorce. The mediation was peaceful, and the paperwork will be filed by the end of the week. The divorce should be finalized by the end of November. She'll be moving out of state, and I'll stay local with my son. We're also selling the house. The bad parts. 8 years ago, she had an online affair with an ex. When I found out, we went through counseling for about 1 to 2 years. I forgave her, and we moved on, until I found out she never ended the affair. When her affair partner got divorced, it became physical. She found out she wasn't his only relationship, so she cheated on him and me with yet another person. She had just met him, and he was only 5 years older than our daughter. I discovered all this over a couple of months, starting in June. Turns out almost everyone knew, and some even encouraged it. My mother-in-law was involved in supporting it. Friends I've known forever, even people at my wedding knew about it. The hurt and betrayal are overwhelming. I've been with her most of my life, and she threw it all away just to feel good about herself. There's a lot more, but it's hard to put into words. My self-esteem and feelings of self-worth are shattered. I've been going to individual counseling, and it's helping, but it's a long road. I'm not ready to date anytime soon because I have a lot of healing to do. My priorities now are focusing on getting healthy and being a good parent to my kids. I want to make my new home with my son as positive as possible, despite the sadness I feel. I think I'll join some meetups, but I might wait until spring because I love hiking. Sorry for the long post. Any advice would be appreciated. Reading your stories has been helpful, and I'm grateful for this community. How do I get over this part? I recently shared my story in the divorce forum, but I think this question fits better here. I'll keep it brief. My wife, 44, and I, 45, have been married for 23 years. In 2010, she had an emotional affair. She and I went to couples and individual counseling for 1 to 2 years before this happened. She always refused to send me any sexy or intimate pictures, even something simple like blowing me a kiss. Unfortunately, she had no problem doing this for her affair partner. This came up in our counseling, and it was decided that this was a boundary she wasn't comfortable crossing with me. It was really hard for me to deal with, and it has always bothered me. Fast forward to this summer, when I found out some awful things. She never ended the affair from 2010. It had turned into a physical affair. She also started another affair with a younger guy she had just met. I found out a lot more than I wanted when I started digging deeper. What really hurt was how happy I would have been to receive the sweet, semi-erotic pictures she sent, not to mention the nude, full-on sexual pictures and videos that both affair partners were getting. The time and energy she spent on sending these pictures and videos to them shocked me. When I first found out, I wasn't sure if we could repair our marriage, but we've since decided to get divorced. I asked her again if she would be willing to send anything to me, and the answer was still no. I suggested other compromises, like her finding pictures of other women online that she thought I might enjoy and sending them to me. My issue is that I wanted to feel what it was like to receive these pictures, and to have her spend some time and energy making me happy. Her compromise was for me to get pictures and videos from other women. She even gave me her blessing to do this. What she didn't understand is that I wanted her to spend that time and energy on me, not just have it come from someone else. I don't want to sound ungrateful. I know it wasn't an easy decision for her. I was just surprised by the way she handled it. Sorry for the backstory, but I felt it was important to explain my main question. How do I get over the fact that she chose to do these things for at least 2 other people but refused to do them for me? I'll never understand her reasons, but how do I deal with this and get over it? I think it's because this is such a clear part of the affairs, and I focused on it, especially since it was always denied to me. Advice: one way to start healing might be to realize that her refusal to send you these pictures, while she freely did so for others, doesn't reflect your worth or how attractive you are. Instead, It's more about her boundaries, choices, and issues. She created an unfair situation, and it's natural to feel hurt by it. It could help to shift your focus from asking why she didn't do this for you to asking why you wanted her to do it. It seems like you were craving intimacy, attention, and love that she couldn't or wouldn't provide. It's painful when someone you loved couldn't meet your needs, but it's also a reminder that your needs were valid. They just weren't things she was able to fulfill. Ultimately, you can't change what happened, but you can choose to be with someone in the future who will give you the love and affection you deserve. It will take time to heal from this, but remember that her failure to treat you with love and respect says more about her than about you. For now, be kind to yourself. It's okay to grieve what you never got. Processing that grief is an important step toward moving on and finding the love and care you truly deserve. You've been carrying this weight for so long, and it's going to take time to let go. But you're already on the right track by seeking help and trying to understand everything. You've got this, and you will get through it.